Oh.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our another awards. These are the video game awards. I am, of course, the award-winning Chriz, aka the Mole. That's the Taz.
He is. It's true.
Joining me is the runner-up, Anastasia Lazerbeam.
Hi.
Another nomination was Richter Hammer.
Hi.
Watching us accept it was James Phoenix.
Nice. Well done. Well done.
And voting on it was Simon.
Yep.
Okay, that's fair.
Sabotage the votes.
And these are the video game awards for 2017.
They are.
And starting off first, we're going with the bit with just so Rick knows we're going bottom up.
Oh, okay.
So we start with something worse, so we don't end on a bad note.
What she said.
Number one is biggest disappointment. Taking us away first will be Jim.
Okay, sounds good. My biggest disappointment came from Injustice 2, and it was the ridiculous imbalance in the fighting because of the stupid armor system they implemented. Because what the fuck? Like, it was nice you could get in there, you could fight other people, and yeah, they might be better than you because they played the game more, but it wasn't inherently, oh, you're screwed because they have fancy armor. Like, no, fuck that shit. I know they have. Yeah, I know they have a mode where it's like, okay, you play without the armor, which is fair enough, but it's still like the armor is cool. I would have liked it fine if it was just for aesthetic purposes. You could build the different skins. I like that. I didn't like that there's these stats on the armors and every damn thing else and loot box. No, you don't even need that. It's stupid.
So it's like the create a character in Soul Calibur 4 where the stats are based off of costume. I was just like, no, I want to build a cool looking character, not one.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that because it was like dressed like a fucking gimp or something. You got the highest fucking stats.
Awful.
You got like low ass stats as well.
Yep. And next up will be Pew.
All right, my biggest disappointment was Mass Effect Andromeda because it looked like shit. The characters were boring, relationships were boring, the maps were small and few, and I just didn't care. And it's like the reason it's the biggest disappointment as opposed to other things is I wanted it to be good, and it wasn't at all. And then like it also glitched a bunch of times, and the sky deleted itself, and voice lines were messed up, and I hated everyone. So like that was the weirdest one when the sky deleted itself. I'm like, shouldn't there be stars and things? And no, okay, no, it's fine. There's no sky. We're in the grid now. This is like Tron or something. Yeah, so yes, Mass Effect Andromeda for literally everything.
The true ending, it was all a dream.
That would make a better game.
They were all high, man. They were all high.
Yeah, I will admit Mass Effect Andromeda was kind of bad.
At least then, if they were high, it would explain the fucking crap facial models.
Now I kind of wish that was the ending.
Thanks. Yeah.
I never woke up from hypersleep.
And I will apologise to Pew now, because you probably saw me take my headset off. For some reason, everyone's like all choppy at the moment, and I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
No problem, dude. I got chocolate, so I'm happy.
Sorry, it sounds like it must be. It sounds like it's a headset issue, so I was like, okay. But so I thought, restarting it might fix it, but it didn't.
It's probably because we're all reverberating through Simon's non-existent headset.
Possibly,
In my defense, I haven't been able to.
Yeah. Again, I said, what was your biggest disappointment, Rick? And Simon, mute.
I was tempted to go with some other ones, which will probably get mentioned later. Biggest disappointment, I went with Samus Returns on the 3DS. Because it started out and it was really fun, but there's that like melee counter, which didn't feel necessary. And I think 95% of the enemies you have to use, or you can or have to use it on. And I was just like, it's a shooting game. It's a Metroid, not Vania, but like, I don't want to, this isn't Ninja Gaiden. I don't want to like counter everybody. And it felt pretty linear, which kind of went against Metroid. Like, I like the idea behind it, and it started out fun, but it just went downhill. So I went with that because I don't know. It's pretty disappointing, unfortunately. Cool soundtrack.
I could see that. And I could see that. And I know Simon said he didn't have awards because he obviously, I think he said he hasn't played many this year.
That's true.
The biggest disappointment, I'm not sure how many people here cared about the original or not. I gave it to Micro Machines World Series on PS4.
I haven't got a clue what that is.
I played that today.
Yeah, you did. I gave it to that because Micro Machines, you only played it because I played you earlier.
Yeah.
Micro Machines on Mega Drive, and I think it might have been on SNES at the same time. I had the Mega Drive version. It was fucking awesome. Where you play the little tiny Micro Machine cars in real life environments, going like through whole like Cheerios and stuff. It was fucking awesome. This game's not. You can't even like if you're going against AI, you can't even pick which map to race on. It's literally designed for multiplayer. It's literally designed only around multiplayer, and then that's not even that good. And I'm like, oh.
It was super hard to
Okay.
even like drive. Like I just kept going around in circles and I couldn't figure out how to make a right turn. I was just like, oh, eventually I'll get out of this donut.
Yep. But I'm not sure. Did you ever play the original Micro Machines, Rick?
I don't remember because I played a couple racing games way back on the SNES. The only one I can really remember is the rock and roll racing, but I know I played some other ones. So but I don't know for sure. Sorry. I had the toys; those were cool.
Yeah, the toys were cool. I used to love the little car, and they used like the real life environments. So you like going across a kitchen and through waffles. Oh, that's so cool.
Nice.
This was not.
Now,
Our next award.
Rick, please tell me at least one of those games was Mario Kart.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then we're cool.
Our next award is the "That Was Awesome" moment. I'm gonna let Jim take it away, and I'm gonna leave the hangout for a sec. Jim, I'm gonna try refreshing it and see if that works.
Okay, sounds good.
I actually have a couple as well for this one, so yay!
Oh wow. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go first then. My "that was awesome" moment. It's actually courtesy of Anastasia Lazerbeam, so thank you. And that was being able to
Fifth at long last.
Funny, no. Anyway, no, because Stacey let me play with her PlayStation VR, and I got to feel like I was standing on the bridge of the Enterprise, and that was fucking awesome. Well, not literally the Enterprise, but a Starfleet starship, anyway.
Speaking of, Jim, did you get my message earlier?
Yes, I did get that message, and I'm gonna have to go buy that.
Yeah, officially, it's now got an offline, a non-VR mode, Rick.
I heard about that. That's awesome. I wasn't sure if it was true. Someone mentioned it. I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are they is it still charging full price for it?
Yeah,
Try to find it at
it's
Target.
still-
Oh, got it. Target.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on clearance there. So
Nice. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, it was really cool being able to feel like I was, because that was the first VR game I played. So being able to feel like I was on the bridge of the starship, seeing the consoles, being able to command the ship and steer into new stuff, that was just really awesome. So I love that.
This is like every fanboy moment all in one for you, wasn't it?
Kind of. And the only thing missing was if they have the bridge from like the original Kirk era bridge, but if they put in some other bridges from other Star Trek series, like if they put in like the Next Gen Enterprise bridge or like the Defiant from DS9 or something, that would be cool too.
Nice.
we'll keep the same order. I'm going to try again, only because that way I disappear. Because literally I'm hearing like every other word or two.
Okay. Also, I don't know if you heard as you were leaving, but Simon has something for this awards.
Nice.
Indeed. Alright, Chris, take it away, my darling. Take it away.
So my favorite "that was awesome" moment was that I played South Park's Fractured Butthole, and literally everyone dies, and you're feeling like, oh, is that the end of the game? Like, is that we all dead now, and that's it? I just turn it off. Like, but then you rewind time with your butthole, and you make everything come back, and yeah, and then everyone's alive again, and you make everyone not die. So, and then
Awesome,
you're the superhero. So that was my "that was awesome" moment.
Awesome.
That sounds awesome. I approve.
Nice. Willis.
Hello. So it'd be over to Rick, I believe.
Yes.
All right. So for my that was awesome. I went with the Dead Rising 4 Capcom Heroes mode.
Mhm.
It wasn't perfect, but just it was really fun to put on some of those costumes, like the Dante one, and just go through hordes of demons. And like, this is really fun. And like that opening mission where it cycles you through a couple of them, like doing some of that stuff is ridiculously fun.
It's
It is.
cathartic, isn't it?
I love that mode. I will admit I didn't know what that mode was.
Mhm.
And so I played through the main I played through the main story mode first, and halfway through it, I clicked that. I'm like, oh, I'm back on story mode. I'll just wait. I'll do it again another time. Mainly because I just done this part. I'm like, I'm not gonna go back through it. But what I played through was fucking awesome with the costumes, like M Bison, where he's going through the crowd. I'm like, oh,
Nice.
be honest, you loved the Mega Man canon, didn't you?
Yeah, the Mega Man canon was pretty good. His attacks weren't that great, but his was awesome. Like so far, the Shadow Dante is my favorite one.
Yes.
Nice.
Amen to that, buddy.
And it's good.
Well,
it's not Dante. It's actual Dante.
I
Well,
know,
it's
I was
dressed
so
as
happy.
actual Dante.
I was like, yes, thank you, Lord.
Yeah, it's someone
We'll
dressed
get
as
the good one.
Dante, but it's still closer to Dante than that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
Totally.
what was Simon's that was awesome for 2017? Unless he gave
Okay,
it before.
no problem. Okay, so obviously, like, I know Jim and Chris know that I went to Japan at the start of the year. So I got to play fucking so much cool shit over there, including VR. Where you're in the fucking cockpit and you get to fucking fuck off. Where you're literally getting to go full on, like, in the cockpit and all that. It's so fucking cool. It gets better. I then got to play fucking Dissidia Final Fantasy, the new one coming out next year. And Rick, you're gonna hate me.
Not next year.
You
Literally, like within a couple of weeks.
Sorry, this year.
Yeah.
My bad. And Rick, you're gonna hate me for this. So I went to the Capcom bar and I played Sengoku Bossa 4.
Nice.
God, just sheer cathartic joy. And like, obviously, Bossa over there is massive, but over here it's like a little cult sort of thing. Like when they had like the plushies and shit, I was like, oh my god, little fucking Yoshida. And the dudes behind the bar were just like, how the fuck does this guy know all this shit? I'm like, I know this shit. As soon as I got the chance to play it, I was like, right. Hello, baby. Hello, Kotaro. Hello, Tenkai. Hello, you beautiful sadomasochistic bastard.
Yes.
Oh my god. There were many moments of that. Those were my holy shit moments of just, yes, this is everything I love.
Nice.
You shut up. People should do it.
Okay.
And my This Was Awesome moment of the year, which I know Simon's experienced. The introduction of Harley Quinn in Batman's Telltales. Yep, see. They introduce her and you're like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. And then they just flipped the script. So essentially Joker is now like an innocent person being seduced by her to turn to the dark side. And you're like, oh, Joker, John, he's so nice. Yay.
Nice.
But Harley Quinn's just a complete psychopath that's clearly using him and even refers to Joker as one of her favorite toys and stuff like oh my god, I see what you did here. This is fucking awesome. And I like this version of Harley. She looks awesome. And because she's a psychiatrist and stuff, she actually uses more mental games to manipulate the people around her and stuff. I'm like, oh, it's so awesome when they introduced that. Well, that was mine. The next one is biggest surprise.
I like the Jim's surprise face.
It's also the same as
he gets surprised.
But what is your biggest surprise of the year, Jim?
sort of come up with something for this because I've played a lot of games, but I went with Power Rangers Mega Battle purely because it just you said, oh, this tiny little downloadable game, but I was surprised it was actually really fun. It was really good. They got a lot of the even if some of the characters didn't quite look right, it was still they had a lot of the classic characters in there. The the fighting system worked pretty well. The levels were well designed. It was a fun little game, and I was kind of surprised by that for giving a cheap little $10 side scroller, and I didn't expect it to be that good, but it was really good.
I will say I don't mind how the characters look because they've gone for a cartoony, stylist look, so that's cool.
Mm.
My biggest complaint with that is what happens when you download the DLC.
What's that?
Well, if you're playing as Adam, everyone's like, "Oh, hi, Zach."
Oops.
And when he talks, he has Zach's voice and all of his moves and everything. You're like, wait, what? Same thing with Aisha and Trini and Rocky and Jason. Because they're literally just alternate costumes. And you're like, what? And my other complaint was what I mentioned to you about what happened with Tommy. Where I leveled up my Tommy to max, I got 1 more XP, and it goes, oh, you got more XP. He's clearly trying to level up. I know. Let's say he's trying to level up to level 1 since he's got none left and reset the character. You're like, what are you doing? That's a basic feature of a game, but when you get max, you don't keep going.
Yeah.
Unless you hit something like prestige or something, so you choose to do that. It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
I will admit that's a bug that I'm surprised doesn't show up more often. But
Yeah.
I love that it's like, oh, you hit the top, just start over.
Also, isn't it that weird thing where like if you're playing as Tommy, like if you download him, you like green Tommy to save white Tommy at the same time or something?
You can download White Tommy and play with them at the same time, which I argue is okay because they did exist in an episode for the same time.
That's true. If you're pretending green as Tom, then yeah, that
However,
works.
I also argue Adam, Aisha, and Rocky should have been separate characters.
Yeah,
and they should have had separate voices.
Yeah.
Did they do
Ironically, Tommy's the only one of the DLC that's accurate, and that's only because people call him Tommy.
Did they do? Because I think they added, or did they do the same thing with Catherine and Kimberly?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them are literally just palette swaps. And also the story it makes no sense. But yeah, it was fun for the price. It was really fun.
Yeah, I was surprised. It's a fun little game.
And what was your biggest surprise? Pew.
Maybe you've heard of it. A game called Little Nightmares. No, basically this little chick in like a raincoat that kind of reminds me of like It. She goes around and she does like on this boat or something, and she keeps walking, platforming and stuff, and there's these fucking gross people, and basically she gets hungry and then she like eats something, but then like this one time when she gets hungry and this little like elf thing or something hands her like food and she fucking eats the elf. She's like, no, I don't want that shit. I'm gonna eat your fucking head or something. It's like, holy shit, like if it turns out that you were playing the villain the whole time. This little girl is the villain, and like all the gross fucking ugly things, they're like the victims. And it's like, fuck me, man.
No, thank you.
Nice.
Awesome.
And what was Richter's biggest surprise?
My biggest surprise was Battle Chasers Night War. Which is an RPG. Apparently, it had a Kickstarter. I didn't even know. Like 2 years ago, it had one. And it's from this comic book artist, Joe Madureira, or something. I'm not exactly sure how to say it. Mad Joe, and he drew like some really cool EGM covers and other. Like I'd seen his artwork, but didn't know it was him. And just so like I kind of got introduced to him in that comic series from it, which is a very strange story of the comic because it's like 10 issues, but like the first. Like 7 came out in the 90s, and then I think a couple years later, or a couple years ago, like number 8 came out, 10 or 9 came out, like 10's not even. It's weird, but cool game. The artwork is really, really good. So from not hearing about it and learning that that this game exists, it's really fun, and I like the comic book artist for it. It's like, wow, that's a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
And did Simon have one for this one?
I actually do, yeah. For me, one of the biggest surprise ones was a fighting game that actually got announced that was actually, that everybody thought was fucking fake or like an April Fool's joke, but no, it was fucking like legit. You know the one I'm on about, don't you? Like the fighting.
so, yeah. Yeah.
I was like
Skullomania.
seeing fucking Kyrie, Skolo, and everyone else. It was like, oh. And then playing the beta, I was like, yes, I got my ass beat a lot of times. I'm not gonna lie. Fucking Skolo the bastard. But my god, it was just so wonderful to see these characters again, like for the first time in like 15 years or whatever. So I was like, I'm so happy, man. It's so beautiful. Yeah, that was.
Is it the lighting, Simon, or do you have a beard?
I haven't shaved in a day.
I don't think he's dating anyone right now.
I'm just saying, you're really letting yourself go. That's all.
Sod off. I haven't shaved in a day, damn it.
Yeah. You might have
Hello,
like the
Pop.
Santa.
You're black.
You might have the Santa Claus virus, like
Oh, fuck off. The day I get a Santa Claus beard or like a Santa bin on beard is the day.
I'm just saying, you haven't shaved in one day.
Yeah.
I will admit, with the lighting and what looks like a drawn-on beard, I will say it looks like he's been held hostage.
It's like fucking like the Afghan videos. It's me. I'm trapped.
But instead of actually sending for help, he decided to talk about Japanese games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big for your life. Like,
Honestly, Mole, if I was going to make a comparison, I would say he looks like he's in the basement of that high school from that fucking Christmas horror movie.
I have no idea what you're on about. Hang on, let me get the fuck. There we go. A bit more light on my face now. Hooray.
Yeah.
No, don't die. Don't die yet.
Way too many cuddly boys. Mock him
Yeah.
for that later.
Cuddly toys are awesome. Shut up.
Is that a shelf of dolls?
No.
He's a creepy guy with what looks like he's fucking in a horror film with a shelf of dolls. He has a shelf of dolls.
He does.
And one of them's dressed like Jim.
Yes, we found my voodoo doll collection. Anyway,
You can tell which
come
one
back over here.
it's facing the opposite way to the others, so we can ignore them.
Anyway.
He's wearing a shirt with a fucking ghost cat on it.
Actually, it's a Pulp Fiction T-shirt, but thank you.
Oh, okay. That looks like with your lack of lighting in your sex dungeon, all I can see is the little white cat on him.
Okay, as if I'm going to have a sex dungeon. Come
He
on.
has
man.
sex-
really
Yeah.
good lighting in a sex.
He has sex dungeons.
Exactly.
Oh, you don't already have a sex dungeon, Simon?
No, surprisingly
Birthday
not.
shopping done. Yeah.
Get on with the fucking video.
My biggest surprise, I gave it to a game called Life is Strange Before the Storm. Came out at the beginning of the year. Only reason why is all the way up until the game came out and even months afterwards, I was just like, come on, Life is Strange. It was cool because you had these reversing time powers and all that. This is a prequel where you have no power. Who gives a shit? And recently, it's been on the store as in like one of the January sales and stuff. And I picked it up and I was like, okay, I'll play through it. Midway through the first episode, oh my god, I can't put this down. I'm like, oh my god, all the story, everything, it's so fucking good. Like, there's even part where you just start playing fucking tabletop games with one of the characters, and you get to pick the choices about how involved you get into the game. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And yes, I made a completely nerd out, which made the nerdy character of Mikey become really like BFFs with her and actually opens up to her, which he doesn't open to anyone. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Nice.
But yeah, Life is Strange Before the Storm, because yeah, I'm using biggest surprise as the reverse of biggest disappointment. This is something I thought was going to be shit, and it turned out to be amazing.
Yep.
Whereas disappointment is something I thought would be amazing, but it turned out to be pure. But yes, next award up is the best emotional scene. Take us away, Jim.
Thank you. Also, I just want to point out it's funny you said that because I think expecting something to be awesome and turning out to be Pew, I think that's the resulting review on all the dating sites she's on.
More than likely.
No, I believe it's something. I believe all the stuff on there is just a gif of Boba Fett falling in the Starlight pit.
Ah, fair enough. Anywho, my biggest emotional scene here, and this was specifically emotional to me. It might not be emotional to other people. It depends on, your feelings on the franchise and whatnot.
Oh, it's when your CAW got destroyed by Braun Strowman.
No.
Yes.
I'm sure that will invariably happen, but not yet.
Fun fact about that. When I was playing with Simon?
Yep.
When I was playing against Simon, I should say, with Pew, he randomly came out and tried to save Simon. Like, he grabbed me, did his finisher to me, left me dead in the ring, and Simon still got his ass kicked back and got back up.
Wow.
But yeah, over to Jeff.
Wow. Anyway. No, it was, of course, recently, earlier this year, the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 final chapter prologue came out. And included on part of that was the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.8. I don't remember the fucking subtitle.
Fragmentary Passage.
Yeah, that one, Fragmentary Passage. Thank you, son.
I kind of want that to be the real.
I did. I got Kingdom Hearts. Wow. Anyway.
You got out Kingdom Hearted. You got no purpose now.
You have to kill yourself.
You're nobody.
That would literally be like Richter being out-veted.
Ha!
Or Pew being out-manned.
Oh!
Doesn't take much.
Don't be hating.
Anyway. So,
more
yeah.
men go down on Herb and Titanic.
I think you just murdered Simon. Good job.
No, if I was murdering Simon, I would make the joke of Pew's destroyed more young men than the First World War.
Ouch.
But I would never say that. That would be mean.
Okay.
Anyway, and the birth by this is a spoiler if anybody hasn't played Kingdom Hearts 2.8, by the way. But anyway, in the Birth by Sleep Fragmentary Passage, you play as Master Aqua from the Birth by Sleep prequel, and basically it's her what happened during the course of time when she was trapped in the dark dimension or whatever they were calling it.
Realm of Darkness.
Realm of Darkness, yeah, same thing. Anyway,
Oh, he's just schooling him.
I haven't played it in a while. He's played it more recently than I have. That's why he remembers it.
It's all up here, bitch.
Apparently.
You're being
But
schooled.
Nothing
But
down
anyway.
there, all up here.
This is like a squash match.
Quick, send in Braun Strowman's.
Yeah.
Anyway, the emotional thing is at the end of the 0.8, after you've gone through some of the areas that are meant to look like the varying worlds that have been pulled into darkness from past games, they connect one of the few missing pieces that was still left in the narrative that we hadn't seen, and that was from the ending of the very first Kingdom Hearts game back on PS2, regarding exactly how King Mickey ended up on the other side of that Kingdom Hearts door in the first place to seal it along with Sora. And we finally got to see the end here, where it turns out he went into that this realm of darkness is where Mickey went to find the golden Keyblade that he wields, the Keyblade from that realm. And we actually see the moment where Aqua actually sacrifices herself to hold off the darkness long enough for Mickey to get away, to make it to the door, where we see the scene of him holding up the, now we'll close this door for good. And they do that exact scene from the very end, and that was just that was really just like between Aqua's sacrifice and that bringing it back to that moment, finally bringing it back to the first game after all this time, connecting the whole circle to go into Kingdom Hearts 3. Just that was really good, and that was very emotional for me.
My favorite part was when Minnie Mouse just woke up in a bed and Mickey stepped out the shower, and it turns out Kingdom Hearts 2, 3, and all the prequels were just a dream.
Nice.
It would make more sense than what's actually there.
Probably.
You're not wrong, given the sheer length of what the fucking plot is now.
Yeah, the plot is convoluted as all hell.
Yeah.
It is. But
Although it's
speaking
fucking
of-
Nomura at the helm, so what the fuck do you expect,
Yep. But what was your biggest emotional scene, Pew?
My biggest emotional scene, and I haven't played a lot of games with a lot of emotional scenes, so this doesn't like say a lot. But in the Horizon Zero Dawn, where she kind of tries to like she did the trial, and then she wants to find out like why she was banished as a kid, and why like the ghost chick in the door looks like her mom or something, and she gets all pissed off because she doesn't have any answers, and she's kind of angry and sad, and she throws a
It's
fit.
it's not a ghost chick. It's a hologram.
Well, yeah. So.
It's not the same thing.
No, I mean like the people think it's the tribe people think it's like a ghost though, almost
No,
like
they think it's a goddess.
Okay, God, fine, a god, which you could argue is still kind of like a spirit. So.
Sure,
But-
Casper was pretty much God.
Yeah, exactly. So, and also Richie Rich. So,
Yeah.
So like she got all broken up over that. So that was my emotional scene. It was kind of like it didn't make me feel anything, but I feel like someone felt something writing it. So.
Fair enough.
Nice.
And what was your biggest emotional scene, Mick?
All right, for me, slightly different, but I almost put this as biggest disappointment, but toward the end of Danganronpa 3, not going to ruin it, don't worry, but they had a twist near the end, a big twist, that kind of undoes everything else, and I was just pissed. So I was like, not emotional, sad. Emotion is in like anger. Like I was going to throw shit. Like it was, I was not happy. I was like, this is ridiculous. This is...
Sounds like the ending to Chobits.
Yeah, it was like, this is one of the dumbest twists I've seen. Oh my god, I can't believe you went here. I'm just so annoyed at this crap right now.
See, speaking of that stuff, at one point I need to go through that with Rick.
Oh?
I've only played the VR one. I'm in the middle of it, like I don't understand any of this shit. Why is this a thing? Why is this like this? Why am I trying to get rid of people's arguments with something? And I'm just like, I feel like obviously that's my hang up, not the game. I feel like it's obviously made for fans. It'd be like people playing Batman VR and being like, why the fuck am I dressed like a bat?
Why am I throwing boomerangs at things?
And why don't they come back?
Yeah.
Did Simon have an emotional scene?
I actually do. So Tekken 7, like going through the story mode and getting to that last fight, and like could see the whole fight with Kazuya and Heihachi finally come to a close. It's like, yes, I've been waiting for this for fucking like over 10 years now. It's like awesome, thank you. Heihachi is now dead. Spoiler alert. And then you get on to the bonus chapter of Devil Kazuya versus fucking Shinakuma, where it's like Raging Demon one-hit kill and all that. And it's cheap as fuck, and it's like, oh, fuck my life.
I'm gonna say he actually doesn't die.
Uh-huh.
They mention in a couple of the endings and also part of the story that he actually survived. He just went into hiding.
No, he dies at the end.
Yeah, see, a few of the endings mention that he's still alive and all that, and apparently they're saying he's still alive. He's just in hiding.
No, he is dead by the end of it. Look, I'm getting chucked into a volcano. I mean, I know the Mishimas are fucking good at avoiding death and all that, but... So then, finally getting the chance to beat to play as Devil Kazuya and go one-on-one with Shinakuma, the amount of times I died was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just resorted to, spam the fuck out of the lasers. Cheap. Right. Fine.
I remember watching somebody play that, and when he did the Raging Demon, the guy had I think 70% health and just flat out killed him, and I was like, holy shit!
That's how I beat Simon.
Yes.
No, I was Akuma, I can't remember who Simon was, and Simon almost killed me. It was a close fight, to be fair, but he almost killed me, and I managed to pull out the ultimate and as Akuma and just kill him. He's like, "Fuck yeah!" It was awesome. But my biggest emotional scene comes from a thing which some people are going to argue isn't a game, but fuck it, it is. Only because it's more like an interactive movie. It's called Planet of the Apes: The Lost Frontier. Spoilers, because this is about the same thing. Khan dies. That means nothing to anyone. Okay. But Juno's weight, I made a note here just to remember how he died. Juno's weight causes the branch supporting him to break and fall, exposing the apes to the humans, who then proceed to attack him and kill many apes in the process. And of course, the part I didn't make a note of is Khan then gives a speech to his sons as he dies. I'm like, oh god, that's so cool. I just wanted to make sure I had it accurate with how the branch fell in the human. But that was so awesome because, as everyone here knows, I love the Planet of the Apes series, and when I found out that's set between 2 and 3, I've got the third one right down on Blu-ray to watch soon.
Nice.
But I was like, okay, I'm gonna play this in between, and when that happens, I'm like, oh, okay. Boom, the branch breaks. Like, oh, okay. I mean, as he's dying and he speaks to his sons, I'm just like, oh god. Now, the part that makes me feel worse about that game, which isn't under the emotional scene, which I will just mention here, you know when you complete it, like the Telltale games, and it tells you percentage of people got what you got?
Yeah.
Me and only 6% of people got an ending in which the apes won. I accidentally made it so the apes killed all the humans.
Oops.
That's the good ending, right?
No, the good ending's peace. Apparently, a lot of people had peace. More people had humans winning, and very few people had apes winning. I'm like, oh, that doesn't make me feel better.
Yeah, you blew it up.
I don't even know where I messed up. I tried to go for peace.
Probably
Didn't
when you
work
ripped
out.
off that guy's arm.
And now it's the best comedy moment of the year, which I'm going to give it to Jim.
Well, thank you. I accept.
Yep.
Best comedy moment, just because this just amused me for some reason. I don't know why, because it's stupid as hell. But I played Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, which came out in the fall there. And I was just incredibly amused by all the assorted Kang puns and Kang jokes. They were funny.
They were funny.
Are you concerned about a Kree invasion? Try taking up the ancient art of Kang Fu, class available at your local Kang Community Center.
Yep. I believe as well, aren't we? Is that this month we're reviewing that?
Yes, we are. We will be reviewing that coming up.
Sweet.
This just in, one lucky visitor can have a tour of my citadel if you find the golden ticket inside a Kang bar. To all expected mothers, have you considered naming your child Kang?
Yep.
Kang's great.
It is amazing, all the different Kang puns. But what was Pew's comedy moment of the year?
My comedy moment was from South Park Stick of Truth, and they gave him the backstory, the backstory of when he stopped trying to get the thieves that broke in, but he witnessed his dad fucking his mom. Yes. Why would your dad do that? Why would your dad fuck your mom? How could you possibly do that to her? The person you trusted, loved the most, destroyed your other person you trusted and loved the most.
Yep. I love the part with that later when Kyle's calling him out on that and goes, that's not a good backstory. Why? Everyone's father has fucked their mother. And Cameron's like, what? He's like, everyone's father has fucked their mother. He goes, oh, so you're saying your father took your mother and fucked her? He's like, yes, that's how we're born.
He's like, that's not cool, dude. You can't steal his backstory.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to take a moment to point out, fractured but whole Pew, not Stick of Truth.
Yeah, sorry, fractured but whole. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's awesome.
Exactly. If you buy the second one, you get the first one free.
Woo!
The first one didn't come out this year, so I want to make sure there's not confusion there.
Nope. The first one also doesn't have the superhero backstories.
Right, no, that has a fantasy backstory.
Yeah.
All right.
And speaking of things with a fantasy backstory, over to Rick.
All right, so for my comedy moment, I kind of in general went with Agents of Mayhem.
Yes.
Because like the achievement art is amazing for that game, and just Daisy is really freaking funny, and I liked a lot of Gaunt's stupid shit. But just I don't know, some of the banter between them, like with the Carnage à Trois, that's Daisy, Braddock, and Yeti, and just the line about the clown dicks just made me laugh way too much for such a stupid line.
I love that game. That game was awesome.
Yeah, it was really funny. So
my main team, because obviously, which is funny because everyone always has a different team.
Mhm.
Mine was Daisy, Safe Word, and oh fuck, who was my third one?
you said you liked Rama a lot. I don't know if that.
I did. Oh, I swapped Rama for the ninja girl with the sword.
Scheherazade. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Which that was my three. What was your trilogy? Well, what was your trio, Rick?
I used Daisy a lot.
She was awesome.
I liked Oni. I like Scheherazade. Hollywood's pretty good when you level them up. And I liked Yeti a lot. Yeah, like Yeti and Daisy are good because she gives extra health to the team, and he gives extra shields, and he has an assload of health, and she has an assload of shields. So together they have like ridiculous high health and shields.
They do. Like, oh, I don't remember her name. The like girl that's like an inventor / model.
Oh, Jewel. Yeah, Jewel's really good too.
Like, if you give her
Turret?
the skill, so if she's repairing her turret, she becomes fortified. You can just start healing that to avoid being killed.
Oh yeah, she's really good too. I like her a lot.
Nice.
What is Simon's comedy moment of the year?
As of 20 minutes ago, seeing myself on WWE Game with you.
He has Bobby Roode's entrance, Rick.
Nice.
So here's what happened. So I didn't know about this until Chris texted me and sent me a photo of it. And I was like, I text back with you dickhead. And then like I showed my sister the pictures and she was like, oh my god, it looks like you. I'm like, oh, fuck off. and then I still don't see it until I actually play it, like when was that, like half an hour ago or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
I also found
say
something
it was
really funny
glorious.
with that, Rick.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you share play a game,
Mhm.
if I share play with Simon, I give him the pad, he can't play 2K18 with me if I'm using CAWs.
Yeah.
Really?
Because parental control on the guest characters prevents user-created ones. However, if you give him the pad and turn on my second pad and sign in with my other account, I can play him fine.
It was
Interesting.
a very confusing time, you know.
Yeah, we didn't know what the hell was going on with that, but we fixed it.
Weird.
Yeah.
I also loved the matchup, Simon, inside Hell in a Cell. Me and you against the Brothers of Destruction, and the whole highlight reel afterwards was a montage of Simon being killed by Kane. As I'm fighting Undertaker, like outside the cell and up top of the cell, Simon's in the ring just getting slaughtered by Kane, and the highlight reel is Kane just doing various stuff to Simon in various positions in the ring.
Nice.
It was like
Like it was a complete squash, Rick.
you know, like those comedy montage moments of like all the violent moments, like on like 40 Towers or something. It was like
Imagine, Rick, Transformers Starscream with Megatron, where he kept getting resurrected.
Yes.
pretty good.
My biggest comedy moment of the year, I gave it to South Park Fractured But Whole. But I gave it to the Raisins fight.
Oh, that was really fun too.
I loved the first Raisins fight where every time the girls go to attack you, like, oh, hi, sweetie, and then hit you in the face. Oh, I'm sorry about that, honey. Boom, and then attack you, and you're like, what the fuck? This is just fucking hilarious. that whole game is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But number 3, we have best action moment of the year. Take us away, James.
I will, and this is pretty because I did like this as an action moment, and I thank Mole for sharing with me, and that's because I've only done the first part so far, but that's the debut of and first fight between Batman and the Riddler in a bank in the second Batman Telltale game, because that was fucking awesome.
That was awesome.
Because that it's a Riddler that can actually fight Batman hand to hand, which you don't see in a lot of versions of the Riddler. And he's just like he's swinging his cane around like they're fighting. He's just like, this is awesome. Like he's throwing furniture and shit.
Yeah.
Simon's
You know what
making
he's not
me so
doing? He's not putting stupid little trophies behind a grate.
hungry.
No,
and
he's
say,
not.
"Oh, it's a riddle." It's not a riddle when I know I just need my grapple hook for that. And a riddle. Death race in a tank. That's not a riddle.
Yeah,
At this point, you're not the Riddler. You're the slight inconveniencer.
pretty much.
Makes me
He
feel
falls
like.
the Condiment King.
The condiment king. I like him.
He's good.
Nice.
But what is Pew's action moment of
My
yeah?
my best action moment here is the first boss you face in Mario plus Rabbids. Yeah, we have
That was awesome.
you have like I think it's the Donkey Kong one, right? Isn't it? Like the Donkey Kong Rabbid.
Yeah, I know. I know which one you're on about. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's really
He's
cute,
awesome.
and you're shooting everybody, and like they all like go away, and it's fucking cute, but it's also like I don't know, it's adorable.
That game is awesome.
It's super fun.
And what is Richter's action moment of the year? Ignoring the cat that's clearly going to knock off Pew's TV.
Wait, what? Oh, fuck. They stole my sandwich today, so I'm not gonna put it past them.
I just saw an orange cat going right behind the TV. I just imagined it falling over.
Fuji likes to be under it, but he hasn't done anything
Lateral
with wires lately.
Which, if that happened, I'd have to write it down for next year for my action moment of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comedy moment.
We're glad for both.
And emotional too, because it just filled me with all the joy. But what's Richter's action moment of the year?
All right, action moment for me would be probably when you killing some of the bosses in Killing Floor 2. Just because it has like that slow-mo action cam when you kill them, they fall over. But usually, a lot of times I kill them, it'd be with an explosive, so they would like fly in pieces.
Can you kill a floor?
You
Yeah.
can apparently. You can kill
Okay.
lots of floors.
It's good to know.
But yeah, there's not a whole lot of bosses, but just specifically, probably the Patriarch, because I hate fighting him. But he's like just killing him one time to get the achievement was really fun. Even though I felt kind of bad because I joined the game and it was like that wave, and I got the kill. I was like, man, I look like an ass here. Joined right at the end. Hey, I got the kill, everybody. Bye. It's awesome. That slow-mo explosion with guts everywhere, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad the kids are upstairs.
Nice.
Awesome.
And did Simon have an action moment of the year?
I have 3.
You being killed by Kane is one.
No. Fuck off.
That was more than
That does go just for the sheer comedy montage alone.
You almost been pinned by Fandango should be a second one.
Shut up.
Well, like,
Yeah,
what
literally,
dream?
Rick. On the easiest setting, I put us against the Fashion Police because I'm like that'll be a good squash match. I'm killing the fuck out of Tyler Breeze. Fandango is just killing Fabdango.
Yep. Although, in all fairness, let's not take any credit with Fandango. He beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania.
You're not helping me.
Yeah,
here.
he did, but who hasn't beat Jericho?
That's true.
You're not helping me here, Jim.
Since because in the last like 10 years he's been coming back to WWE just as an enhancement talent.
Right.
True.
All right, so what's on Simon's list?
Yeah, but what's on your bucket list, Si?
Okay, so one of them was Persona 5. Like I've just started playing it recently because I got it for the birthday, and going through and killing my first couple of bosses, I was like, yes. Like, literally, I got off a 12-hour shift and I played the fuck out of that. For fucking for many, many hours. I was like, I should really go to sleep, but I can't put the controller down. This is amazing. Have you guys played Neo?
Not yet, no.
I've played Enter. I think it's Neo Enter the Matrix, or it was called. I played that one.
That one. Okay. So like playing against my first boss, and like this big ogre motherfucker with like a ball and chain. I was like, okay, all right, cool. And obviously it's like fast-paced Onimusha and like Soulsborne kind of style on crack. So I was like, okay, I can do this. And just finally killing the bastard, I was like, yes, I am the boss. So I got him, like, first time, got my ass beat down. Second time, getting the hang of it. Third time, got him down to like last third of health before he killed us. I was like, you bastard. And when I finally killed him, I was like, yes, fuck you, you fat cunt. Third one was Japan of just getting to play fucking VR Gundam in the cockpit. There's nothing about that. It's not awesome.
See, Simon going to Japan cockpit. There's so many jokes.
Fuck off you. I did get lost and wind up in the red light district by accident. Fuck off you.
And how many ladyboys did you collect like Pokemon?
None.
Fair enough. How many ladyboys did you become? To defeat ladyboys, he must become like.
He's like, I'm gonna play Mega Man, and he would kill them to take their powers.
Yes, I did. I killed a few of them. As I found out later on, like it was run by the fucking Japanese mafia, so I was like, oh fuck. By the way, hey Rick, have you played Yakuza 0 yet?
No,
not 0. I played Kiwami, but not 0.
Alright. How fucking cool is it to be playing Kiwami, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yes, everything done for the God of Club. Not too sold from the Majima minigame thing of like he's popping up everywhere now. Cause, like,
right.
Because, he is my favorite character, but I just think, come on. Like, the whole appeal of Majima in the first game was like, he was like the Jetstream Sam or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like the one-off character that where you're like, okay, now I'm excited to fight this guy, Every other time though, it's like, oh really? Come on, dude.
Pops out of like a crowd. It's like, I'll fight you now. You're like, what? Come on, man.
Yeah, it's like, dude, come on. I know you want to kick my ass and all that, but come on. Like, less is more with Majima for boss fights.
And my best comedy moment of the year, I gave it to Horizon Zero Dawn. More specifically, the scene where you stopped being a little tiny girl and you become a full woman. No, the action moment where you go from being a tiny little girl and you become a full-grown warrior woman. And as she slides on the floor and pulls out a bow and arrow in slow motion, it just fires the bow and arrow right in the fucking eye of the robot dinosaur. I'm like, oh my god, there's not a single part of this. It's not awesome.
Nice.
Also, Rick, did you get my message before about Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
I need that game now. I want to play as her in Monster Hunter. She's fucking awesome.
You get the little robot armor for the cat.
Yeah.
And ironically, if I get that, hopefully Simon gets that.
I definitely get it, yeah. Like playing the beta.
I will admit I won't get it on launch because I found out it comes out the exact same day as Dragon Ball FighterZ Z.
Right.
Which I pre-ordered the middle one for that. I didn't get the most expensive one where it's like, oh, it comes with voices and music. I'm like, that should already fucking be in it. But there are additional voices and music.
It's just a silent game.
Yeah.
That's why you have to buy the record player to play the music while it's going.
Yeah. But Our next award is favorite. Is the last one of our big two. It's favorite game of the year. This is our particular game of the year.
Right.
We're gonna skip Jim because he has horrible taste and go straight to. No, we're gonna go straight to Jim. I'm kidding. Over to Jim.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Power Rangers.
No. Only because I have played very few new games this year. I have not played very many. So, just because, even though it does have some glitches and some problems, I respect what they did go out of their way to improve. So, I'm going to give it to WWE 2K18, only because I did like the effort they went through with the story mode this year, where there's the open backstage areas, you can walk around and talk to people. There's actually, a coherent story you're following along with. You have some control over where it goes.
There's not a coherent story.
It's somewhat coherent. You can follow along your career, along all kinds of things, and it's just I think they did good between that, the graphic improvements, some of the gameplay improvements. I think they did a really good step forward for this year's game, and I really did enjoy it. And it's one of the games I've played the most this year, because the other games that I've played the most are games that didn't come out this year, so that doesn't really help me. So.
Yep. Oh, speaking of 2K18, I will say to you, Rick, I pretty much cheated to become King of the Ring. Because there's a tournament there. I did it. My first match, I put me against Braun Strowman as revenge for what happened with Simon. As he comes out to the ring, I jump him before he even gets to the ring, beat the shit out of him, put him into the ring, and pin him. Bear in mind, health carries over, so I'm still on full health. I then have a table match with AJ Styles, who I just grabbed with a powerbomb and threw over the top rope straight to a table in like 3 seconds. Went straight through to the final, last man standing against Kurt Angle. He's fucking dead after getting through to King of the Ring. I'm on full health. I run and do one big boot. 10 count 1.
Wow.
Awesome.
I'm just like, yes, one bro kick, he's dead. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those cheap table matches. It's like I remember the Mole telling me the first one he did, or was it Jinder Mahal? He just threw him over, punched him once, he just fell through the table. Like, really?
Yeah, that one was an accident because there's meant to be a table system in place. This one wasn't an accident. This one was just, I'm going to see if I can do it. I did it.
And it worked, and that sounds awesome. I want to see that.
But, yeah. So, what is Pew's best game of 2017?
It's probably no surprise. I liked South Park Fractured Butthole.
Somewhat surprised considering Breath of the Wild existed.
Yeah.
That's not my game of the year. I just assumed she would have given it Breath of the Wild.
You would think.
No. I mean, there's things I like in it, but there's other things I do not like in it. So I hope the next game has a higher percentage of things I like in it.
Yay.
It's like I know for a fact Richter's given it to The Sims 4 on PS4.
Wait, did that come out of PS4?
Yes.
It has. It's come out on PS4. And it's not shit.
Yeah. South Park Fractured Butthole. The whole game's fucking amazing. Funny.
Yeah, the South Park game is awesome. I do love the fact if you buy it, like I said, you get the first one free.
Yeah, that's nice.
That is just super wonderful. And what is Richter's actual game of the year?
All right, there were some good choices. I eventually settled on Tokyo Xanadu on the Vita. There's also a PS4 version, which I don't think is quite as good, even though it adds some stuff.
That was James's runner-up.
I know it was. It's his favorite. Because you can return library books as one of the subquests. He's like, God, game of the year. But no, it's like an action RPG. It had a pretty good story, some pretty good characters, and it was really fun. And I, like when I first saw stuff on it, I was like, this looks pretty good, but like it's not a sequel to anything or something like that. It's got some similarities to another game, but it's more like UI stuff.
Right.
But I really liked it. It was fun.
Nice. I'm going to regret asking this, but Simon, what was your game of the year?
I'm torn between two.
Pick one.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with the dot hack GU. No, the PS4 really. So I've been wanting to play those games for years, but they never came out over here. So I was like, yes. Like, well, that ones with like Haseo and entrance and all that. So I was like,
Right.
yes, finally I get to play them, and I'm just
Iron-
hooked.
Ironically, I know like the Crispy and a load of other people have been playing that on my PlayStation list with Dot Hack.
Nice.
Nice.
But yeah, it's been a long time since I've started playing JRPGs. So like this year has been the first time in quite a few years. So it's delightful to get back into it, and I'm just hooked. It's like, yep, this is worth it. You know.
Woo!
Nice.
And sadly, we still don't have Devil May Cry 5. So fuck. There's a fucking mobile game getting released for it, for fuck's sake. A fucking
Yeah.
mobile game.
Yeah.
Like some Chinese game developer got the IP rights for it. And it looks fucking gorgeous.
Don't worry, they already announced a Devil May Cry sequel is coming out soon from the makers of the Marvel v Capcom game that just happened of
Don't.
Dante meets Blade.
Don't even joke about that. I'm sorry, but Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was shit.
It was fucking terrible.
Shit.
It was terrible.
No, the story mode was great.
Fuck off you.
I was just hanging out with some scientists. Why is Ryu with scientists? That's like the first thing. Is he there for protection? One of them's Bruce Banner. No, he's not there for protection.
I mean, it was probably there to protect the other scientists from Bruce Banner.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I like the scene when they killed the Gen or sorry, not the Darren Moron, even though it was stupid. Yeah. Like that scene was funny. Like the story mode just looks so crap.
Yeah, the story mode is fucking. Story mode's terrible. I even showed Simon the evidence and stuff. You saw it, didn't you, Simon? Of
the Reddit stuff. Yeah.
The thing, like I mentioned to you, of Disney literally made them make the MCU characters look better than the Capcom ones, some of which they already had models for. So there's no reason why Capcom would make them look worse because they're famous for being lazy.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, come on, you have characters like Dante who's just sex on legs, basically.
Yep. And speaking of sex on legs, it's my award.
Yes.
Boom, I segued myself. Thank you.
Well done.
But now, my favourite game of the year, everyone knows what it's going to be. Mario Odyssey.
Woo!
I thought it was going to be Sex on Legs VR, but okay.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey was fucking awesome. You get to, what the fuck did you call it? Capture instead of possess. Fuck it, you get to possess a Goomba.
Yeah,
No, don't.
That's a lot of things.
Yeah, Nintendo don't like you saying possess, it's capture. I'm like, yeah, I'm capturing his soul via possession.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I get to be a Goomba and then jump on another Goomba and then jump on another Goomba and jump on another Goomba and make a whole pile of Goombas that I'm walking at. That's fucking amazing.
And
I get
then
to
turn
possess
to a
Bullet.
lady Goomba who then gets really happy and gives you a moon. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
Exactly, and I'm like, this is just awesome. And like the little 2D bits were fucking fantastic. Finding Yoshi when you beat the game is awesome. And it's just, that game's just wonderful. Admittedly, it's kind of bad. I'm currently using the N64 costume because Mario 64 is awesome, and it's like 2017, and now I look like shit compared to what he looks like now. But I'm like, I don't care. It's my nostalgia.
I put on the green overalls. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, nice.
I got to possess a T-Rex.
Nice. And next up is the system that we think is the best one of the year, or performed well. This will include, obviously, PC, all consoles, all handhelds, and stuff like that. But not a Windows phone, because fuck Windows phones. I'm kidding. Just because I know Rick... Yeah, I had one as well. Thank God I now use a Google. Oh. I remember me and Rick having so many conversations about how shit our phones were when I had the Windows phone. But over to Jim for his system.
I think a lot of people are probably going to agree with me on this. It's the Nintendo Switch.
I don't have one, so I can't comment.
It's a good one. It's a really good system.
Yeah, it's a great system. I don't own one, but I have played one both at friends' houses, and also the library I work at owns one that we use for the video game program, so I've played it quite a bit there also. And it's just really fun. The combination of handheld to the TV, the idea that the Joy-Cons can be used in multiple ways, all the games that they came out with that had good graphics. You played Mario Kart. I played a little Mario Odyssey, a little bit of Splatoon 2. There's just a lot of good games for it. The concept of the system is really ingenuitive, and I think there's a lot of things this console could do that we haven't even seen yet. I know I saw reports of people pointing out that between the little camera on the one and the AR thing on the other, like they've got an AR capability, they could easily convert something to work VR. Like they have all kinds of possibilities of ways to expand this hardware in the future. And by combining their handheld with their console market, it makes perfect sense because Nintendo's had handheld on lock since the 80s, but the last few console, the Wii U didn't do very well. They've been really struggling in the console market. So by combining it with their handheld, they cut their production costs in half. They still put out great games, and it's just awesome. So it works out well for them. And I'm really excited. I think what's going to define this is I'm waiting for the next Pokemon game to come out on it because that's what I want to play.
And nice. And how about Pew?
My best console, and I hope this counts because it's, I don't know, I consider it kind of like a console extension, if you will, is my PSVR. Is because that I super love it. I can't tell you how many hours I've been playing in Skyrim VR and all my VR based games, and I finally did Resident Evil 7, and fuck you and everybody for suggesting I play that ever. And but it was like super scary and fun. But
have you watched the 3D Blu-ray yet?
I have not watched the 3D Blu-ray. I have to check that out.
I love that. Literally, that's how I watched the Doctor Strange and Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Because I had them for a while. I was like, I'll watch them eventually. But when that feature got added, and obviously all my power and stuff was working, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. Try Doctor Strange. I was like, oh my god, I love watching films this way.
Yeah, that Doctor Strange has been amazing in that because I mean, even in just watching it in, I can't remember if we saw it in 2D or 3D at the theater, but even just from the screen out, it was true. So like even 3D, that's got to be amazing.
Yeah, in 3D, the 3D was cool on that film.
Did it make you nauseous when when they kept going to the mirror universe and back?
Nope.
It's like flip around, move over here.
The only thing that made me nauseous was the fact magic looks like Iron Man tech.
Ha!
I'm like, fuck off, it's supposed to be magic.
Mm-hmm.
You believe in magic.
I still enjoyed the film, if that makes sense.
Understandable. It's an excellent film.
Yeah, I look forward to like future like VR games and stuff. Like now that they know they can totally pull it off an extended period of time. Because when I played Skyrim on VR, I played it for like fucking 5 hours straight. I didn't get sick or anything like that, and I feel like they did a good job stabilizing it. So now they know they can just do straight up full out long hauls of VR. Now let's have a new game that does basically this, but it's a new game.
Yeah, but I feel like doing 5 stars of VR is probably not good anyway because I feel like at that point you're just taking money straight out of your wallet and handing it to your optometrist.
I don't care. Okay, he can have all my money. Here, just take it. All my money.
Shut up and take my money.
You know what wasn't good in VR?
Right now.
What wasn't good in VR?
Tekken.
Yeah.
Really?
That's got one of the worst fucking VR mode ever.
Yeah.
You can
I remember
watch a
you
fight,
told me
but
that.
it's only practice and it's shit. Or you can look
Yeah.
at models, which are kind of too blurry. They haven't done it well on that, so they look like shit anyway. And I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
It's not even worth all the scantily clad outfits I put on Akuma.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
His special
If I've seen a
t-shirt.
fucking,
There you go.
if I've seen a fucking go through shell VR, that is like mindfuck territory.
The game or the
Wow.
movie? I mean, so the anime or the movie?
It was the anime, and that was just plain fucking mindfuck. It was terrifying, actually. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna hide. So at one point, you're like jumping out of a plane. I'm like, ugh. you know that whole stomach clipping kind of feeling. It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die here. like you're getting shot at by tanks. And all that. I'm like, I'm gonna die here.
And what was Richter's system of the? Yeah.
All right. I really, really hate to say this, but I think it was the Switch, because that is just a really, really fucking fun system. I play it mostly in portable mode.
Me too.
If I play it on the TV, I usually use the Wii U or the
Pro.
controller.
because I don't like the other one. And the little my children can use the little one, or maybe if
There's
you have
actually
tiny
my
hands or something.
my friend Cam has. They actually have what is basically a full size controller that you can shove the Joy-Con into, so that you actually have a controller.
Yeah, it comes with that like base thing, but the orientation like feels weird.
No, I don't mean that. I mean like literally like it's like
sorry.
it's one of these with a hole in the middle, and you just shove one Joy-Con horizontally in the middle of it, and then you can play it.
Yeah, gotcha.
You're about the grips.
Yeah, they got the Joy-Con grip, so it feels like a regular controller. That works pretty well.
However, that doesn't change the button size, which is what Richter was complaining about. That just essentially puts a skin around it.
It made
that'd be like me saying, "Hey, you know what I hate about this PlayStation 4 pad? I don't like this part. I know I'll fix it. I'll put a skin on the console."
When you put on the grip, it does.
I actually love that bit of the pad, I will say.
Yeah. When you, in all fairness, with the grip on, it does at least give you the shoulder buttons easier to use, if nothing else.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a really fun console. I look for excuses to play stuff on it. I've played stuff that I don't even really want to play. Just like, hey, why not?
Yeah. Although, from what I've been told by Mole, apparently advice, don't play 2K18 on it.
No, I wasn't gonna, but looking at video of that was hilarious. It's like in slow-mo, and I'm like...
And also, tables are the opposite of PS4.
Do they not break?
Tables are the opposite, because on PS4 they break way too easy. On that one, they don't break at all.
They Randy Orton it. Does he stand up and do that?
Yeah. Literally, like, you can have a never-ending table match because they just won't break.
But yeah, this guy is really good on that. This guy 5.
I have that. I remember talking to Rick about that. I actually bought that at one point because I was like, "This looks fun. I'm going to get that." I still need to go back and complete that because I stopped when Rabbids came out. Mainly because I was like, it's the same type of game, and I'm one of those that only plays one type at once.
Right.
I need to go back on that because it was so fucking fun. What was Simon's system of the year?
I've only been playing the PS4, and I've been going back into the retro console. So sorry.
When he's gone to the shadows there, and it looks like it's highlighting the sides of his face there. He looks kind of like Wolverine if he was addicted to meth.
Thanks.
Metharine, there you go.
I'm literally just leaning back here.
I was just saying, it looks like
every time he has the claws, it's needles.
Yes.
I was just gonna say he looks like Wolverine and Logan.
I'm okay with that. I'm Hugh Jackman.
Like, hey, leave my limo alone.
But what were you saying about the PS4, say?
I've only been playing that, and I've been going back into like the retro consoles. But I think I'm gonna go with the PS4 just for now. Anyway.
Woo.
I could see that.
Because I don't have a Switch or anything.
I'll admit, yeah, my one I also gave it to the Switch.
Yeah.
Handheld mode, it's fun as fuck. Tabletop mode, where you set it up like that, it's fun as fuck. I can take it to the office, place it in a dock, because I bought an extra dock for the office to hook up to my TV, and play FIFA and stuff there, because fuck it, it's social and everyone loves it. I even rebought that on it. And the season pass. Because I was like, fuck yeah, I can play it on the go. Fuck yeah. And I've played the shit out of that. It's got 2 of the highest rated, or the 2 highest rated games of the year. Or that have come out for that, if people care about that crap. And it's like, because obviously I would argue just because, like, for example, just because Breath of the Wild got amazing reviews doesn't suddenly mean you're going to enjoy it more than, like, Pokken if you enjoy Pokken more. It's up to the individual. And fuck yeah, I bought Pokken again.
Yeah.
It's fucking Tekken with Pokemon, and it's got Lucha Pikachu. How the fuck off, yeah. And at first I'm like, I'm not gonna buy that. It's just I'm not gonna rebuy that game again. No, it's got what is it like 4 new characters? New characters. Take my money. But yes, no, like I said, I gave it to that because it was good. And yeah, I'll admit, yeah, I mainly play hooked up to the TV with the Pro Pad.
Yeah.
Which is weird because obviously I can play it the other way, but I'm like, no, I like playing on the TV.
My favorite way
And
to
it's
play.
also,
yeah.
It's also fun that these, as we mocked before, literally have a coating on them to make them taste shit.
Wow.
No, they literally put something. I think Richter may remember that because I remember us discussing it on the news at one point when we discussed it early on. But Nintendo literally got the cartridges to be coated with a special thing that if a baby puts it in their mouth, will go and spit it straight out so they won't choke. And I'm like, that's actually pretty genius. That's actually clever. Because I'm like, well, yeah, they should taste. Yeah, and some people are like, well, why did it taste like shit? I'm like, why are you eating your games?
Well, like, people were licking them? Is that why that was a thing?
Yeah, people started licking them when they found out that was going to be a thing. Of and they licked it. Oh my god, it's true because it's got a special coating on it. Because they were worried kids would pop them in the mouth and choke to death. And I'm like, no, yeah, I could see that.
Or be possessed by Mario.
Yeah. The only complaint I'll say for it is I don't like the internal memory. It's not as bad as like with my PS4 where it constantly forces me to install games. But at the same time, if you're downloading digital, you need to get a little micro SD card.
Yeah. Well, some of the third-party games are like absurd with how much extra space they need.
Yep, my NBA did that, where it's like, oh fuck, what was it, like an extra 30-something gigabytes once it's installed. I'm like, oh, and part of me was like, that's shit, and part of me was like, okay, it makes sense so that you can fit the full game on. You're not charging me extra for that 32 gigabytes. This is okay. I can understand that. I'm playing them like I actually loved NBA 2K18. I fucking loved that. I was shit at it, but that's fine. I'm a white guy. No one expects me to be good at basketball.
It's true.
Yes, we do.
Just like Simon's a gay guy. No one expects him to be good at any sports.
Except dancing.
I do remember being on the
synchronized
phone.
swimming is a sport, isn't it?
Okay, I hate swimming.
That's me here, swimming.
Like, funny, I do remember being on the phone to Chris, and like I had the computer on and I was listening to music, and all I hear is him cackling on the phone. He's like, "You're white and you're listening to rap." I'm like, "Yes, it's called Layers, dear."
Yeah, he keeps trying to. According to tell me, Rick, who which one of the people we talk to on Skype this describes?
Okay.
He listens to rap music, works out at the gym to build up muscles. Is that A, QJ, or B, Simon?
Why not both?
Thank you.
At the same time.
I made the joke to Simon. Yeah, I can imagine him going to the gym and going, and then the instructor says, "No, dear, push the door, don't pull." And Simon's just like, God damn it. Because I'm like, when I picture Simon at the gym, I'm picturing Niles from Frasier at the gym, and it's fucking hilarious.
Fuck you.
Like Simon going to the gym is like Jim going to the gym.
Yeah.
Thanks, I think.
You're not wrong.
Don't worry, Jim, you're slightly straighter than Simon.
I'll take it.
Fuck you.
Slightly.
Bastard.
And by slightly, I mean the same way I'm slightly more hairier than Rick. Poor Simon. But this was our awards for 2017. Next time we have such awards as streaming show from Netflix and stuff, downloadable game, DLC. We even have book. Or for those of you living in the year 2018, Kindle.
Oh.
Yeah.
What killed Jim?
But yeah, we have it's a mixture across the spectrum. The next one is just bits of everything that we couldn't fit in the other stuff. I was your host for this one, Chriz, aka Mole. Joining me was James, aka
No.
James.
The
And
award-winning mole.
yep, I am the award-winning Mole. Thank you, my
Yeah,
biggest
right.
fangirl. And joining me was Anastasia Lazerbeam, the Pew Pew, Richter Hammer, the Shinigami of awesomeness,
I like that.
and Simon. Enough
No.
said. But yeah, Simon, enough said. No,
Thank you.
it's
Okay,
cool. Simon's my baby girl. Simon and Mole, I ship it.
Die. Die. Die.
That couple's name would be Small.
Did you actually hit hang?
I was waiting for you to just say goodbye because he interrupted.
I did. I went, see ya.